Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah, this is Nick, and with our two little dogs we're usually travelling around Europe in our 32-year-old camper van.
Over the last few years we've visited over 25 countries, but recently we've had a lot of issues with the van, so we've come to a big decision that it's time to get a new one. After spending the last few weeks searching for a replacement van, we've realised it's going to be much harder than we thought, and we'll have to travel further afield to find one. So we've decided to concentrate our efforts to get our old van back on the road to help us with the search.
In last week's vlog we rebuilt the caliper, hoping that this would solve our ongoing frustrating brake issue. Join us in today's vlog as we head into the mountains to test drive the old van in extreme high temperatures as another heat wave hits Spain. Good morning guys, and we are up bright and early-ish anyway. Yeah, we're escaping the village. We're finally doing the big test run. How's he feeling?
Heavy and powerful, like a little tank.
Very strange weather today. Like the scenes over the mountains and stuff, it's like so hazy and weird, you know. And we've actually stopped now because we need a second coffee. We've already had one coffee today, and we're also just going to check like the fire apps, because it does look a bit like that, even though it doesn't smell. I think it's just haze, but we best check with these temperatures.
We were just saying that we should have the Terminator theme music playing, you know, in the second one where it gets lowered down into the fire. So the reason we have come out on this little trip is mainly to test the brakes. So far so good. The real test will be when we go down the mountain though. So far, Jenny, we've been travelling up. Nervous, darling?
No, a little bit nervous about how hot it's going to get today. Can you hear the insects? Crazy.
What was it, 24 degrees at 7:30 this morning?
Yeah. So loud, aren't they? I actually really like that sound though. Can't hear much else.
Here you go, darling.
Thank you. Perfect.
Ah, secondary coffee definitely needed today.
Could do with it being an iced coffee though. Later.
Iced coffee's all the way now. I haven't had an iced coffee for ages actually.
Apparently though, hot coffees are supposed to be, hot drinks are supposed to be better on a hot day, aren't they? And vice versa. I don't know about vice versa. When it's really cold you're supposed to have ice drinks. No.
And when you're supposed to have hot showers on a hot day because it makes you colder.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about that. Oh, the sprinklers just came on, had to move phones and stuff.
I know, yeah.
I wondered how these plants were so green and lush.
Yeah. We said that the mission for today was to find shade and water. Well, we've done it already.
Just stay here then.
The descent down the mountain has begun. We don't do things by halves, do we? This road is pretty crazy. We haven't driven this road before, but it's very windy, pretty narrow, and quite a big descent. So a really good test for the van.
All good so far. Long way to go though, down.
So there's loads of chestnuts in this area, chestnut trees all along this road, which you know, we didn't know about. So we know where we're coming if we're in the area in November. So we just arrived at the camping. And
Well, this is quite
bit of a
nice,
crazy little road.
So guys, we've got our little park up now, chosen our little spot at this little campsite with a lot of character. It's kind of on the edge of the big sort of cliff dropping down. There's all these winding dirt tracks. The guy comes around on his motorbike to show you around, show you where the toilets are and everything. There's a shop and a restaurant right at the bottom of the hill.
And a river that we're going to go and check out in a bit. I think it's got water. It should be quite nice to cool down.
He said if you need any water or anything, phone me and I'll bring it up on the little motorbike.
Yeah, a bit of a bargain. €16, not bad, really good. And it's actually quite nice and cool here. We decided to check into a campsite because, as Nick mentioned earlier, it's forecast to be about 40 degrees today. So obviously, you know, having the water, having somewhere cool to park for us and the babies.
And all that.
But there's a nice breeze, so let's hope that continues. And quite a unique little place, slightly run down, but yeah,
very
first impressions.
Cute. And the best thing,
rustic.
As we mentioned on the way down, there's lots of sweet chestnut trees. There's loads.
So many.
In this campsite, so yeah, that's good to know.
Definitely.
Anyway, it's time to get this base camp set up.
So we didn't bring this with us in Vinny. We were told that we could use it if we wanted to. We didn't bring our beach towel.
No, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Comfortable?
Very. First rule of camping is usually a beer. But today we're having iced coffee. And Nick made this banana bread.
I call it, I thought I'd make it with a slight twist.
It was supposed to be banana bread with cinnamon, and Nick grabbed the wrong thing and ended up putting a load of curry
Didn't go to
spice.
Specsavers, did I? Didn't go to Specsavers. The cinnamon wasn't where it should have been.
You got most of the curry out before you mixed it when you realised, but it still has quite
It's got a hint. I had to put extra cinnamon in to try and mask
hide the curry, but you can still taste it. It's actually all right though. It's actually quite nice. I
thought
think.
I'd get away with it, but then I had the first bite and I kind of smelt the curry before I tasted it.
Mixed with the cinnamon, it kind of just tastes a little bit spiced, like a spiced banana bread.
So we'll call it spiced banana bread, yeah.
Spiced banana bread. Probably won't add the curry flavour again when we make it.
Looks good, doesn't it? Oh,
It's lovely to be back out on adventures in Finster, isn't it? And I don't even think we mentioned before we got here or when we got here that obviously the van made it absolutely fine down all those little winding roads. And so hopefully that frustrating brake issue that we had for how long was it? A long time, is fixed. So it's actually really good news. Yeah, it's pretty hot now, as I think we've probably mentioned, and we are going to go down to, there's a swimming river at the bottom of the campsite that we haven't seen yet. I think it's got water in it and it should be a nice place to cool off this afternoon. Nick is on refreshments duty again, and we've created a little kitchen at the back of the van. Here he is.
hello guys. Just making a second iced coffee, this time with a hint of banana. This is going to be good. You're probably wondering why or how we're making iced coffees all the time. One bag of ice in this old van in that little rubbish cool box thing we had before will be melted by the time we got here.
Okay, so it is a little bit too big for the van, but this is our new EcoFlow Glacier, which is a fridge freezer and an ice maker.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this kitchen area. We've got our little table set up here. Unfortunately, we didn't bring the instant coffee, so we have to make hot coffees and then put the ice in.
Yeah, but that's better, because then you get like proper coffee every time. You don't want to be messing about of instant. All of our cold beverages and food needs. Did I say it's got an ice maker? We haven't tested it yet. Little things, please, little minds. Look at that! So there's two sections. So this is our fridge section and this is the freezer section. So we've got ice and we've got some frozen veggies. It's not that well stocked. Actually, that's quite well stocked. You can actually take this out. So then you could have it like all of a fridge or all of a freezer. That's lots in there. And then this is like a chopping board as well. See that little battery there? Like it's not much. And when I first saw that, I thought, oh, that's not going to last very long, is it? We left it on at home for 24 hours and I think it was still on like 30%. It's really low consumption basically. So you can plug it in and you can charge it in the 12 volt as well. And then you can use it with the solar panels.
How sexy is it though, guys? Look at this.
That's the thing about EcoFlow, they know how to make things look good, don't they? We always say that. So you've got, this is the freezer section, we're currently on -8, and then this one is the fridge section that is currently on 3 degrees. And again, you can adjust them to how cold or how not so cold you need your fridge. I mean, if you've only got vegetables in there, for example, you don't need it to be really, really cold. You could have it on about 8 or 10 degrees, perhaps, just to keep them chilled. This is, it gets down to temperature really, really quickly. I put it on and then I think it was like 15 minutes before it was down to freezer temperature of -10. As we said, at the moment, it's really, really warm here. So, you know, we are very impressed. But the most impressive thing about this is something we haven't tested out. So we're going to do that now live. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. I've never done anything like this before, like owned an ice maker. It's very exciting. Should I just go to the minimal fill level for now? Yeah, as we've not used it before. Yeah. We've got it plugged into the power station.
This is a proper test for it, isn't it? It's like 35 degrees or something now outside.
Yeah, I think it's 37. Saying 26 minutes.
Ooh, look at that.
We're waiting for our ice. We'll have our ice banana coffees.
We're driving around in a 32-year-old van with pretty much no electrics. Everything's mechanical in Vinny, no electrics. And yet inside Vinny, we're carrying around all this serious equipment. And check out our little ramshackle camp. Look, we've just got, you know, throws up there, little hammock area, a little bit messy, and then we've just got this, you know, really high-tech equipment sat on the floor in the dust.
1 minute left.
Countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it, the ice is ready. 2, 1.
Wow, look at that, ice cubes in the van, look at that, how cool are they?
So now we're going to just try, so we just go again, yeah? So now it's saying 15 minutes, 14 minutes actually. Yeah, so the first lot of water I put in was actually warm. So obviously because it's done one round, now the water's nice and cold for the second round. So it's taken 14 minutes this time. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh look, the second lot is better. Yeah, use cold water. I mean, yeah, should probably use hot water. No. But yeah, brilliant. Look, can you go there?
Go on. Wow, look at that.
It's ace, isn't it? This is exactly what we need when it's this hot. Never had a decent fridge in this van, have we, ever? And we certainly never ever have had a freezer or an ice making machine. As always with, I better close this up. It's a bit wasteful, isn't it? As always with all of the EcoFlow products, there is a really brilliant app and it's got all of your temperature controls on it. You can make your ice just by pressing the button on your phone and detach your ice too. You can change the temperatures, see how much your battery's on, all of that jazz with a cool little graphic on it. I love it. So if anyone's interested in checking out the EcoFlow Glacier fridge freezer and ice maker, we'll leave all of the details in the description box below. There's big summer sales on until the 24th of July and you can use our code. We'll put it on screen now and you can get an additional 5% off the summer sales too.
So it's got to that time of the day where it's scorcho and it's time to submerge ourselves in some water if we can.
If we can find it. And if you might be wondering how the doggies are coping. Well, they've been in their normal positions. Dizzy's been inside the van and he's been all right. And Charlie has been in the coolest place in camp, which is underneath the van where he always goes with that nice cool breeze. So they're doing all right, but I think they'll benefit from a little dip. Come on then.
Loving all these little plant pots. Why throw away your old tyres? Plant a little cactus in them. I'm hoping it's this way, because otherwise we've got to climb back up the hill. I thought this led to reception now.
One part of the river. Oh, dear.
Yeah! Is that nice, boys? Oh gosh, it feels warm, doesn't it?
You know, that way or this way?
How nice is this, darling?
Perfect for the doggies, isn't it? It's just like the right depth, so they can proper like
have
go
a little
in.
drink, have a little paddle.
Because they don't really like swimming too much, but they like paddling. Come on, Charlie. Oh.
Yeah. This would be nice after the rain in the winter. All this would be full.
Can we keep going?
Yeah, that's good. This is nice little
There's loads
walk.
of frogs, sis.
So that's like the main swimming pool, swimming area just below the bridge. There's actually another campsite on the opposite side of the river, and there's quite a deep area there, so it's quite busy. There's a few kids, few families around. So we're just going to find our own little spot down here in the shallows. Notice a little pool that we can sort of sit in, and then the dogs can just have a little play. And look how nice this is. It's like a little secret walkway. I love all this bamboo coming over. So this is our little spot. Towel down for Charlie to sit in the shade. Lots of little froggies for Dizzy to chase. Diz, what's this here? What's this? What's it, Diz? Get 'em. Hey, hey, where are they? Get 'em, get 'em. Get it, get it. Get it, Diz. Hey, get it, get it. And then Sarah's got a lovely little spot.
So yeah, the water comes down, it goes underneath this rock, and then it's
Little bar.
deep enough for us to basically submerge ourselves.
Is there room for another one there?
There's room for another one.
Oh, Charlie's chasing the butterflies.
And it's completely in the shade, this spot too. Oh, a fish just bit me.
Really? Perfect, isn't it?
Go on, go a bit under the cliff.
Oh.
See if you can feel the little...
You just want me to get bitten, don't you? You want me to get bitten. There's snakes in there. It says a sign there, watch out for snakes.
No, there's not.
Oh, it's so nice, isn't it?
So Nick's getting the
foot treatment.
The foot treatment, spa foot treatment, where all of the little fishies nibble your...
Tickles, doesn't it?
Yeah. You enjoying it?
Yeah, feels a bit funny. Some of them are having a right feast.
And someone is very happy. Now, hey Charlie? Nothing better than seeing your little dog really, really happy.
So what's going on now? We're playing Dizzy's favourite rock game.
Rock game.
Oh! That's not the game.
Oh gosh. It was alright though, wasn't it?
Right, the game is you throw it and then he gets it out for you.
Yeah, he gets it from under the water.
Ready?
Here.
Go.
Right, go then.
And he puts his head right under the water.
And
I mean,
just
it's very
literally-
hard because They all look the same.
His like whole head, like including eyes and everything, goes under the water. He's so funny.
As entertaining as Dizzy is, as much as we'd like to stay down here for the rest of the day, we're both starving. We need to go back to camp and cook up some food. All we've had is that curried banana bread. Maybe there's lots of swimming holes that way.
Yeah, I think the further you walk, there's more areas where you can get in, like proper pools, like the big one here by the bridge. So that'll be our little mission, maybe later on or maybe tomorrow morning.
Charlie patiently waiting, his turn.
So cute. There we go, that's nice, isn't it? There we go. Right, your turn, love. Come on, I'm sitting.
Living the dream. Living the dream. Lovely little romantic picnic outside the camp.
We're having bangers, like we've got these veggie bangers, sausages with mushrooms.
Good, actually.
And salad. Have you tried one?
Yeah.
You're alright.
Nice.
And then for second course we've got more bangers with mushrooms cooking in the pan. Now we've got other veggies and stuff to cook as well, so we're still hungry, we'll just keep cooking.
You lose your appetite though when it's so hot. I don't know how hot it is now. It's not as bad as we thought, but it is, yeah, it reminds us of central Portugal last summer.
Well, it is 40 degrees, darling, so
yeah.
that's the last time it was 40 degrees for us. So.
You just really thirsty. You don't feel hungry at all, do you?
We've got
but you've
ice.
Got to eat.
We have done more ice, and there's 2 batches of ice on now. Sorry, the second batch of ice is on now.
Ooh, look at that. Mmm.
They're actually pretty good. Round 2's looking good.
Round 2 delayed by about 2 or 3 hours. We've just been, the dogs have been whacked out from their little adventure down the river. Charlie's been under the van most of the time. Dizzy swinging in a hammock with me. Every half an hour cooling them down in the little dog bath over there.
Can anyone spot Dizzy? Just about see him in the background over on the sun lounger.
It's a hot one today, it's a hot one.
We made it, guys. The sun has just gone behind the mountain over there, which means it's going to get a lot cooler now, hopefully.
Surviving, not thriving, this is. We're all ready to go for a little walk and get a really cold drink. Although that fridge freezer has been an absolute lifesaver. I don't think I could have, because the waters have gone like hot water, literally. That has allowed us to have cold drinks and iced coffees all day long.
Come on then.
Oh, this.
So we just came down to the little camping bar, restaurant to have a beer, and I said to Nick, oh, we haven't filmed. We were just about to leave. I thought, oh, we better.
So looking forward to that refreshing cold beer.
So nice, really, really cold.
So we just gulped it down, drank it.
Just drank it. We're thinking, should we get another one? And we're like, oh no, we should go back. Should we?
Struggling down after your one beer.
We only stayed for one. I wanted to get back before dark and get that aircon on.
Good morning, darling.
Oh, God.
How did you sleep? Peacefully? Was it nice and cool? I'll answer that, guys. It was probably without a doubt the worst night we've slept in the van, I think. It just doesn't get cool here until like about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully we had the aircon on.
If we didn't have the aircon, oh my goodness, I would have had to just pack up and go back. So we kept setting the aircon for an hour, so we didn't want to leave it on all night. And then, I don't know, it just started to get too warm again. Just couldn't get to sleep. There was mosquitoes.
There's mosquitoes in here because obviously we haven't set up the thing, so the tube's going out the window taking the hot air out, so there's little gaps and mosquitoes. We're getting in a little bit. We're worried about Charlie in the heat.
The dogs were actually all right.
Dizzy was really good. He was at the bottom of the bed. Charlie had the top end of the bed, which is next to the aircon when it was on. So I was curled up in the fetal position. In the bottom half of the bed in the corner. Sarah had this side and then Dizzy was down the bottom. So it wasn't, yeah. I mean, we did it.
We did it!
We did it, yes.
We're feeling a little bit tired today though, not gonna lie. The good thing is Vinny is fixed!
Yes!
Don't forget about that. Well,
yeah.
it's fixed for now.
So the good thing about that is we can drive to places that are cooler.
Always said it, my favourite time of the day in the van is always the morning, whether it be in the middle of the winter or 40-degree days, summer. Always the morning. It's so nice this morning. Obviously it's really warm because, you know, bikini, nothing else is needed from 8 o'clock in the morning.
Endless possibilities in the morning, isn't there?
Yeah.
Who knows what the day's going to bring.
Yeah, even if you've only had like 4 hours sleep. We need it more than ever today.
Oh, that's lovely days. Start to feel human again. On first impressions, we arrived here. The other campsite on the other side of the river is literally just a square, dusty car park with little bits of shade. This campsite, weird little place, little ramshackle camps, but it's nice. I like it. It's got all these lovely terraces with views. It's a little bit run down, but it's got loads of different types of plants, loads of sweet chestnuts, olives, pines, all sorts. Little barbecue area in each little section. It's got loads of character, and I think in the winter when it's actually a bit greener and when it's not ridiculously hot temperatures, so you're just trying to survive, it'd be really nice. And the river had loads of water in it as well. Yeah,
it's like rustic style, isn't it? Which is really nice.
Right up our alley. Nice, isn't it? Peaceful.
And the views, I mean, it's just forest covered mountains, isn't it, as far as the eye can see all around here, because you're in like a little valley. It'd be nice in the spring when the river is full, because I bet it's really lush, you know.
Be nice to do a drive through the valley and explore the other villages that you see from on the top of that road there.
There's still so much to see. We've seen a lot, but there's still so much to see, like right on our doorsteps, isn't there?
I can feel the heat coming. I can feel it coming.
So we've just topped up our fluids, our oil, and checked on our brake fluid and the coolant, topped that up a little bit. So we're all good. And yeah, I mean, it's been a good test. It's been a good trip out. And now we're thinking if we can get back up this mountain and back down the other side with no issues, and Vinny is driving how he is,
then he could well be fixed finally. The brakes will be working, so let's get up that mountain and see how he gets on.
This is the GoPro battery, and it's so hot that just expanded inside the GoPro, and we tried to take it out and it snapped off, and we had to let the GoPro cool down before we could remove the battery with tweezers.
Sorry darling, can I just hold you there?
That's bleeping at me.
I think it's talking to us saying it's 40 degrees, you just want to use this ice before it melts.
Right, you ready then? I will just add, if you've got a bigger van than Vinster or a motorhome, forget it. Forget this campsite. You can't get in here with anything much bigger. It's for small vans or tents only, because the roads are tiny and very, very steep. But the campsite over the other side of the river, which doesn't look as nice, but you're still in the same area, that will fit bigger vans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.